Ugh, that was disgusting.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your spoiler alert, Kate Bishop edition. Yes, this is now the Kate Bishop show. We are no longer going to call it Hawkeye because very little of this is to do with Hawkeye. It is all about training Kate Bishop. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Alright guys, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. You know, I've been wanting to say this for a couple of years now. Screw you, it's Merry Christmas.
Let's see, we started off the show with the daddy-to-be holding a knife to the Hawkeye. And I say the Hawkeye because that's who he is. He is the Hawkeye. Now, they were doing some hacking, getting some information on some stuff. That's fine. We get a little bit of information on that side quest that was going on. And so, if you forgot what our main mission was, it's that she stole the Ronin suit. The daddy-to-be stole the sword, and the tracksuit mafia wants it. That's the main story. We also have Kate's little issue with the dad. We also have Clint Bartlett's issue with having to get home for Christmas. So there's a few little side stories to that. We are assuming now that the daddy-to-be is a part of, in some way, the jumpsuit mafia. We do kind of know that Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, is a part of this world. Again, I do not know where this is all setting place at. It's just kind of interesting. This one, we have Kate Bishop trying to get some more information. They get the LARPers involved because one of them is a cop and can get the special arrows back. So, yeah. And there's a little woke scene for you guys where she says, "My wife made this bag."
Oh, hi.
Arrow retrieval mission complete.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
This is my bag.
Okay.
You didn't bring your own bag?
No, I mean,
My wife gave me this bag. It's embroidered. It says bombshell.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't get why that needs to be in here. Your spouse does not matter in this universe because they made a bag for you. Doesn't matter. They're not a main player, and that was just Disney trying to shill and get some woke points. Now, if they were there and they said, "Oh, hey, that's the bag that I made," you know, that would be different, and then they would happen to be together, that would be different. But no, this is just an honest-to-God pandering to the LGBTQ community. It's kind of really stupid the way that they've been doing that because it has nothing to do with the actual story. But that's just my opinion. Moving on from that, so Kate makes a deal with the LARPers to get the arrows back. So she kind of funds their fabric to make the LARPing clothes, which is probably going to be called back to, probably in, I'm thinking, and you can hold me to this, the next episode, where they get those really dumb purple jumpsuits. And so that's probably going to be played in to the next episode, because that's kind of where we're going with this. Because Kate was even wearing I think it's leather front plate. And so, yeah. So we're going to get that really dumb purple suit real quick. And then, moving on from that, they go to somebody's house because somebody has the Rolex that got stolen from the event that we saw on the very first episode, or the second. It was either the first or second episode, but really has nothing to do with anything besides it's a watch that got stolen from Stark Industries. So they track it down because, of course, everything Stark has a tracker on it, which I don't get why they didn't use that before to find out, hey, when all of that stuff went to Rumble, where did that stuff go? Did any of it move, or is it still there? It wasn't very smart because Bartlett's wife can just go online and track it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Why? Wasn't that destroyed like years ago?
Well, I thought so, but I thought the same thing about your fancy outfit.
Well, it's worth looking into, isn't it? If you can, check the signal from the transmitter.
Okay.
That's how dumb that was. So, moving on even from that, they go and find it. It is in, guess who? Our amputee Native American deaf lady's house.
Check all the boxes.
She sees a picture. Kate decides to go into the house. Bartlett's up on the roof across the building, not doing anything. And again, that's why this is the Kate Bishop show, not Hawkeye. So she's in there. She uses a tactical light on a bow. Anyone who's used tactical lights on any kind of weapon knows that a bow, not very good. Because bows are, especially the bow that she is using, is particularly pretty heavy. And having a tack light on there, you'd be shining on the floor half the time, or you'd be smacking yourself with your own bow trying to look around. So having a tack light on a bow, not a particularly good idea. Having it in your hand, sure, but it's not a good idea. So she's looking around. She finds out that it's that lady, the Tracksuit Mafia's leader. They also get a little... Before that, I believe we get a little spot with the Tracksuit Mafia second-hand man. And there's a little banter there. And then she's in the house. She sees the picture. And, of course, she gets smacked from behind. She says, I'm fighting the lady. And then Bartlett says, I'm fighting her too. And he says, how can that be? She's right here. So it's a little confusing, but then we find out that there is some mystery person up with a like SOCOM Navy SEAL like bodysuit thing with night vision goggles in a lit area. Okay. So, you know what happens when you have night vision goggles on in a lit area?
Now, do you want to see something really cool? Of course. Turn off the lights. Industrial strength night vision goggles.
Holy Santa Claus shit. Can you imagine if we had these when we were 12?
Even better. We got them when we're 40.
You know what's amazing? They're not that noticeable on your face.
Right?
Yeah.
Ah!
You go blind. So that was kind of a dumb play for Disney to do that, because that just shows that they don't know what they're talking about. So they're both fighting. Moving on. They're both fighting. Bartlett decides to throw down, to shoot a arrow cable down or up to the girl. She jumps on, slides down, gets stuck halfway down, and then the mystery bad guy shakes the pole or the line that she's on, and she starts coming down again. Doesn't make sense, but okay. So, yeah. We find out that this mystery action figure is just Natasha Romanoff's sister. We knew that she was going to be jumping in here at some point. I kind of forgot about it because it's been so long since I've seen Black Widow. And so, yeah, she was told by this lady that this is the person who killed your sister.
You're not supposed to be bothering me on my holiday time, Valentina.
Maybe you'd like a shot at the man responsible for your sister's death. Kind of a cutie, don't you think?
Technically not. She had technically killed herself. So, okay, semantics. She's going after him because she thinks that he killed Black Widow. They start fighting, blah, blah, blah. Bad guys run away. The jumpsuit mafia leader gets shot in basically the heart with an arrow, and then pulls it out, which you should never do. Go to the hospital first, because you may internally bleed and you may sever an artery. Do your homework, Disney. But moving on from even that, we find out that our mystery person is, of course, Natasha Romanoff's sister. She jumps off the building with a line, with one of those retractable line things, which is kind of funny because Kate Bishop fell from the roof with one of those, and Clint Bartlett cut it, making her fall down into Christmas lines. So I'm wondering, did she just jump into a bunch of Christmas decorations, or what happened with that? Because that's kind of weird that they would show her falling into them, but not the other lady. Why do I have an issue with Kate Bishop? Well, Kate Bishop is, one, a newcomer. She doesn't have any real training beyond, the school that she went to had a few art things, martial art classes. Okay. We've never seen her do anything that was really action-y. She wasn't a vigilante before. She was just some college kid who was playing around with her bow and arrow. Whereas the jumpsuit mafia leader has a reason to train to be who she is, and Natasha's sister has the training from that stuff that they did to them as kids. So that's why I have a problem with Kate Bishop. She has no training. She's too young at this point. And if they kill off Clint Bartlett, I'm going to be mad. So, yeah. This is the MCU, apparently. I have no issue with that as long as you do it well. But there's too much of this woke agenda going on, and it's starting to make this show kind of suck. We're going to have three storylines going on at the same time, and we only have a few more episodes left. So we have Natasha's sister, who's either just disappeared for no reason and will not come back, or she will come back and we have to deal with that. We have the dad-to-be, who's dealing with probably the same people as the Tracksuit Mafia's boss, or he's directly dealing with the Tracksuit Mafia. This is my issue. There's too many things going on in this story. So it's getting a little confusing and it's getting a little hard to keep up with. So far it's not like a dumpster fire, but it's getting pretty incoherent and kind of bad. So this episode, I hope they fix some stuff in the next episode. Just make it a little more of a fun episode. Still keeping it serious, but having a more lighter tone. But that's just my opinion. So if you guys like this review, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. You can't see it anyways. If you guys want to watch another video, there will be one popping up right up here for you. And if you guys want to hit that subscribe button and be notified when I make another video, there is a button right here for you. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for getting this far in the video, and we will see you next time. Peace.